Burlesque by Kamari333. Chapter 13. Feelings. So much for not letting anything ruin today. Dance sat at a corner table in the hotel food court, sullenly sucking down his fourth extra-large strawberry watermelon Slurpy. The food coloring was starting to tint the edges of his teeth a pastel pink. He'd never had one before in his life, but as soon as he'd seen the display for them, after coming down from paying for the repairs to that bathroom wall, he'd suddenly had a craving. It was irritating. It also wasn't helping him sort out the tangled web of whatever the fuck that was he had started feeling and would not go away. The memories kept replaying in his head. The three of them had made it to the room. Red had anally inspected the door, then Lust had given him his marching orders. As Red stumbled to his side of the bed, shucking off his tacky leather jacket, Lust kissed Dance's cheek. "You gonna be okay while I give Red a little attention?" Dance shrugged, finding it was easier to keep a smile, even if the idea still annoyed him. "No skin off my bones." Lust smiled, dazzling and excited and right, before nuzzling into him, pressing his teeth into Dance's clavicle through his hoodie, right over the tip of Dance's scar. Dance tried not to react, but he had started to think Lust was doing it on purpose, enjoying how flustered it made him. "Thank you for trying. It means so much," Lust murmured, nipping at Dance's shoulder through his hoodie. Dance curled his arms around his boyfriend, clawing at Lust's back and hip with as much self-control as he could muster. He felt that low, hushed rumble stirring in his ribcage, his own fierce protectiveness and possessiveness raging like a caged animal. Lust took a deep breath, pausing for just that one moment as if to commit every detail of it to memory, before pulling away to turn to Red. Dance tossed the now empty Slurpee up and down in the air, grinding his teeth as the flavor settled in his system. He got up, fully intending to get another fucking flavor, anything else, or a fucking coffee, or a soda, or just some water to wash the taste out of his mouth. Dance ended up getting another strawberry watermelon. Dance was actively avoiding looking at Red as he got comfortable on his side of the bed, muting the TV and turning on captions so he could watch a documentary on penguins. He didn't want to have much to do with Red, but he didn't want whatever calming hippie mood Lust was trying to set disturbed by the TV either. He settled in, getting comfortable and fully intending to just enjoy a nature documentary while his boyfriend gave some asshole a massage. Dance said he would try. This was him trying. He wasn't saying a damn thing, and he wasn't actively interrupting. Hell, after the day he'd had, it didn't even bother him that much. Massages were nice. If Lust wanted to give nice things to Red, why should he care? Dance was learning a bit about emperor penguins when he heard a noise. It was like that first cathartic purr the engines of old cars made when you got them up and running, deep and tremulous. It was cut off far too soon. "Hey, it's okay to enjoy it," Lust cooed as Dance began to notice this faint, lingering smell of salt and watermelon. "That's half the point, you know." Dance shifted on his side of the bed, crossing his arms and carefully not looking over there. The scent was starting to soak the air in their room, pervasive yet still unobtrusive, almost comforting. Dance was able to focus back on his documentary, reading along with the captions as images of endearing flightless birds pranced on the screen. Then he heard that noise, muffled and pathetic and delicious. Dance shook his head, stomping back to his little table of brooding. He sucked down the Slurpee angrily, angry at himself and angry at Red for being a fucking asshole and starting all this. But that wasn't fair. He knew Red hadn't been doing it on purpose. Hell, that was the best part. Red had been trying so hard to keep quiet and simply couldn't. Dance was justified in being angry at himself, though, since he had stupidly looked. He'd looked and he'd seen it. Crimson magic pooling in the cracks in the bone, making Red's whole body seem to shine like inverted colored glass, spiderwebbed with pink and scarlet light. Deeper, more vibrant hues gleamed with dazzling brilliance near his joints and in larger injuries, a topographical map of the damage he had suffered, now turned to breathtaking art. Dance clutched at his skull, letting out an exasperated groan. The asshole looked like artwork and sounded like addiction made music. Dance shoved his Slurpy across the table angrily, where it skidded to a halt just an inch from falling off the edge and onto the floor. He crossed his arms, glaring at it like it was the source of all his problems, before snatching it back up and shaking fingers. He sat back down with a defeated sigh, finishing off the Slurpy a bit calmer, more resigned. Dance knew what a crush felt like. There was no point wasting his energy denying it. He just hated himself for it. You're not supposed to like assholes or criminals, and chances are Red was both. He supposed that's why he made such a quick exit from the room. But none of this thinking time had made it any easier. What the hell was this supposed to change? He still didn't like Red. Red was an asshole, and he was dangerous. Red could crush him like a tomato, and they both knew it. Besides, even if Dance could somehow tame a beast like that, what would a relationship even look like? They had nothing in common. Red was an uneducated lush, and Dance was an artist. Or at least he used to be. Dance pulled his hood up, burying his face in his arms and taking a moment to just hide from everything. The taste and smell of watermelon lingered. Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, hit the like button to let me know and subscribe to see what I make next. Links in the description lead to the original fic posted on AO3, as well as my Patreon and Ko-fi. If you like my stuff, please consider supporting me. Every little bit helps. Lastly, if you have a request for a recording, whether a one-shot or a series, let me know in the comments. I also do commissions, details of which are on my Patreon. So keep in touch. Bye!